Hello everyone and welcome back to another Monster Hunter Wilds build video. Now, I wanted to revisit my longsword and kind of go through what I now think is a significantly better build than I was running before. It is a blast longsword build, and just want to clear everything up immediately. Yes, I am using a transmog mod for my weapon. This is a layered weapon mod. I am not using the rubber polo sword. This is an Artian weapon. Just want to clear that out of the way because I keep getting comments asking how I'm layering my weapons. It's a mod, okay? Let's move on to the build and take a look, because I really like this build. Let's go. Do you ever sometimes feel like there's just a little something missing from your Monster Hunter Wilds experience, whether it be performance or just sometimes you feel like you want to take a bit of a backseat and just chill? This is why I have partnered with Xmod Hub. Xmod Hub offers so many different modifications for all your favorite games. As you can see, I have Monster Hunter World, Wilds, and even Geometry Dash. Yeah, I do play a little bit out on the side, as well as just tons and tons of other games. Honestly, it's a really good platform for finding some nice little things if you just kind of want to relax and take a load off and not really put 100% into your game. As you can see, we have a ton of basically little mods that improve whatever you want. I mean, this might not be for everyone, but I find it incredibly useful when capturing certain bits of footage. The infinite health can be very useful. Now, as well as that, Xmod Hub offers a ton of extra little one-click mod installations, including volumetric fog disabling, and it has some guides on things like character creation, and it has a direct link to the Wilds wiki. There's also a mod that allows you to turn on monster HP and team DPS in hunts, which I think is just a nice thing to know. Sometimes the HP is not for me personally, but the team DPS, I really like to see how my builds are performing in game, so that's another thing to keep an eye out for and definitely keep in mind. Anyway, definitely check out Xmod Hub. Link is down in the description and in the pinned comment, so definitely give it a look. Okay, so to start off with the build, we're using our layered longswords. Now, I have been farming through the method that I found on YouTube through how to basically predetermine your rolls on your Artian weapons. So this has taken a little while, but we finally got our 3 attack and then 4 attack and 1 sharpness rolls on both of our Artian swords. So we've got a pretty nice setup on those. And for the decorations on them, I'm using critical max and a razor sharp / whatever you can get on there. Ideally handicraft. I don't have razor sharp handicraft yet. So that's what I'm running on now. Now I'm running the Shiwu helm to get that beautiful 2 adrenaline rush. That's going to mean every time we land a foresight slash, we're going to get an attack buff of, I believe, yeah, 15 attack every time we get a foresight. That's crazy. Then we're running the Art Vulcan Mail and the Guardian Art of Vambraces. That gives us 3 weakness exploit plus a few deco slots. We then have the Gormagala Coil and Greaves to get our Black Eclipse 1 for the extra damage, and our virus procs that antivirus will then benefit from. We're also running the Counter Charm to max out our Counter Strike. It's just an insanely good skill. Counter Strike gives you 25 attack, and for an entire minute every time that you're knocked down. So just let yourself get knocked down, and then boom, you got a minute worth of damage. It's pretty crazy. Then on the decorations, we're running 1 chain jewel just to get our 1 burst on our build. I think 1 burst is enough. It gives us plus 6 attack. Now max burst gives plus 11. It's not that big of a difference unless you're using the full Ebony Odo set, which I'm not doing because I find the other skills to be more worth it. We're using 2 Sane Jewels to max out our antivirus for that wonderful, it says 15% affinity, it's actually currently 10% affinity, but it's still more affinity. We're then running max weakness exploit through 2 Tenderizer Jewels. That's going to give us 30% affinity and another 20% when we hit wounds, which we're going to be doing quite a lot with this build. Then we have our 3 Mighty Jewels for our maximum might. That means when our stamina is full, we have another 30% affinity, so if you consider the antivirus plus the weakness exploit plus the max might, we're actually hitting 75% affinity, which is very consistent crits. We then have our 3 Sheath Jewels. They're just useful on a longsword build, if I'm being honest. And just to finish it off, a Shockproof Jewel if we are going to be playing multiplayer. Also running the Corrupted Mantle, and I think we can go test this out on the dummy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly just head over here, and I'm going to just turn on any skills that need turning on, which I think needs to be antivirus. And so let's go ahead and turn on Smash Mode, and let's go. So we're just going to charge this up, get our adrenaline rush procced. Now actually I kind of realized we probably want to turn on our counter strike, so let me get this so it knocks us back. Where is it? There it is, sent flying. This will now trigger our wonderful skills. I messed that up, but it's fine. Let's get knocked back. Boom. Counter Strike's now activated for an entire minute. I'm just going to charge up our sword. Too early. We'll pop the wound. And there we go. Adrenaline Rush is activated and we have our sword maxed out. And you can see this damage is pretty insane. 100 damage a hit at least. And let's see what this is looking like here. Yeah. It's pretty insane DPS. And we're also going to be hitting our blast procs, which is absolutely awesome. So we can open up those wounds and make sure we're popping them off as consistently as possible. And yeah, the weakness exploit is going to be benefiting from that as well. So there is that too. I am a huge fan of this setup. And there we go, our counter strike activated again. Oh, come on, I can't find it. Okay, anyway, doesn't really matter. We're going to go hunt a monster now. I think it's about time. Let's go. Now, one thing I am going to do, because the Jarakan is resistant to blast, is I'm just going to switch up and use my paralysis sword. It's basically identical. It just obviously uses paralysis instead of blast. So we are going to be getting those procs and getting some time for massive DPS uptime. We just lose out on those blast procs, which are, you know, useful for damage, if I'm being honest. But let's go ahead and start beating on this Jarakan. Damn, is he going to get, like, knocked out? Okay, I already got hit. That's embarrassing. Let's start punching this guy up. There's the perfect dodge on the roar. Oh, get that dodge out. Okay, good. Now, I need to activate Counter Strike as soon as possible. But we're just gonna get this charged up first. There we go, Counter Strike's on. I think anyway. If it wasn't on, it's definitely on now. Okay. Just wanted to make sure it was actually active. Oh, come on. Okay, so the recovery time on that third Spirit Slash, I think it's called, or Spirit Blade, whatever it's called, sucks. Yeah, Spirit Blade. The recovery time on Spirit Blade 1 absolutely is horrific. There we go. And we're going to go for the back tail wound just to get our max up. And now we can really start absolutely shredding. There's the paralysis, and we're just going to beat into his arms here. And you can see that DPS is very nice. Oh, I have Blast Blight. No way. Oh god. Oh god. Get there, get back. That attack terrifies me, dude. No, I missed it. There we go. Oh, okay. Right, let's keep it up. There he is, he's down. So while I've got a wound up, I'm gonna Helmbreaker. And then we're gonna come back in. Pop that wound. That should get us back to red gauge. There's our thing, and there we go. Break that. It's just one of the most satisfying playstyles, honestly. I just love what they did with Longsword in this game. They just made it really, really fun to play. Oh, there's just no competition with it. It's just so fun. Like, now I could have put the Corrupted Mantle on, honestly, for some extra damage, and I think I will do that in the next section. But you can just see that DPS output is ridiculous. And yeah, there's just nothing more fun than absolutely beating on a monster and styling it out with the longsword. Longsword might be the most stylish weapon in the game by quite a bit. Let's see if we can just outright finish the hunt here. Not quite. Let's get that Corrupted Mantle on. 2 hits full charges us. Oh, there's the counter-strike activated. Okay. Let's finish this off. There it is. With the flash as well. Alright, well, I hope you really like the look of that build, because goddamn I love it. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell, all that good stuff. And let me know if you guys are going to make this build, or you're going to experiment with some more crazy stuff. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, I'll see you guys later. In a bit.